Hey everybody, it's Marsha Trimpe back in my living room again, getting ready to show you how to put together the Tower Garden home. So the first thing I've done is I've already put 4 of the casters on the base. And it's very simple. You just take it and turn it in there. Just screw it in. Of course, it's a little easier to do if you have 2 hands. And then when you get this in there, you just tighten it down with a 13mm wrench. I'm going to wait to do that until later. So the base is together with all your casters on it. And then next I'm going to have to set my phone down to do the rest because this is going to take a little bit. Going to take 2 hands. So the first thing you do is you grab your next piece, which is going to connect to your tight pump. So the pump has these little suction cups on the bottom, and I just wanted to show this to you because it was not simple. You don't just pop these in. You kind of have to take and push and twist to get them in there correctly. So I just wanted to show you that to make it a little simpler. Some pumps have them where they just slide in. They have an open end and they slide in. But this type here, as you can see, you kind of have to press it in there and twist a little bit. So your hose goes straight down into the top, and all this comes with the Tower Garden. I haven't even taken that paper off yet. The hose goes straight down in there, and then the other end of the hose goes straight up here into the Tower Garden. And there's a small slot where your cord goes. Just set this down for a minute. Then the next step is to take the longer 2 rods. You'll be able to tell which ones these are. And then these have a nut already on the bottom of them. That part is going to go down into your Tower Garden. And this is where we're going to need our little bag of goodies. You take 2 washers and 2 wing nuts. Best to do these one at a time. Start in here. You're going to see, hopefully you'll be able to see, there's an A and a B in there. You're going to want to start with A. There's 2 slots, 2 holes with an A next to it. You just slide that down in there. Put your wing nuts on, or your washer and then the wing nut. Sometimes these things start easier than others. There we go. And then take your next one. Make sure you're in A, because when you go to put the next level on, you're going to be mixed up if it's not on A. It's not going to work. These just need to be finger tight. Get them good and tight, but they don't have to be death gripped on there. Okay, so next we start with each level, and you also have your net pots here. And the way I like to do it is I like to put the net pots in as I go instead of waiting till the end, but of course you can wait until the end if you choose to. Now I'm going to find the holes that say B inside and line them up on the rods. And you see how this lines up perfectly now? And then we're going to get the next level. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to alternate A and B all the way up. And you can also use clips with these instead of the net pots if you choose, but I recommend at least starting with the net pots until if this is new for you. You can eventually start to experiment and do all kinds of things. Line it up with B. Alright, now this is where we use the next size rods. We have the smaller rods here. They have a little different type of a nut on the bottom. And you're going to just take that and screw that onto the rod that is sticking up through your last section. And you want to get this as tight as you can because we want this to hold together nice and tight. So I push down and then tighten and then see if I need to push down again and some more. Just get that good and tight from the start, and then you won't have to worry about trying to tighten it up more later. Okay, next are these. These are for the baby greens. And I'm just going to tell you, I put this together yesterday, and it is not the same. You can't go by A and B on this. So you're just going to have to find where these pieces here line up with the openings. And this may be some trial and error for a few minutes, but luckily I got that one on the first try. And again, you're going to find where these openings or these pieces line up with the openings on the next level as well. And on this, it happens to be, well, let me show you. On this one, on the top, it's these holes that line up for mine. And I'm not sure why that is, but that is just something I learned yesterday. Okay, next we put the shower cap on, which is this piece here. And there's only 2 holes in this shower cap that'll fit the rods, so it's simple. You just line them up, put it on. You want to make sure that this is pushed down tightly, and then you take another 2 washers and 2 more wing nuts and slide them on top. And again, you're going to tighten that down finger tight, but you want it to be good, and you want to make sure that these areas are tight because you could have some leaking, or you could have some air getting in there where you don't want it to go. Just alternate back and forth. Just watch your shower cap. Make sure you don't pull down on the shower cap on the inside, because I have done that before. Okay, so that part is complete, and I'm gonna put the top on because I'm not gonna put the lights on here just yet. So this just goes right on the top of the shower cap. Now, one thing I didn't do yet is put the float in, which is something new with the Tower Garden home that we don't have with the Flex. So I'm going to set this back down again for a minute. And basically you just have this rod that screws into your float. And I put it in like this, and then slide your rod up through this little hole right here on the Tower Garden. Now when your water level is up, of course this is going to come up, and then it's going to slowly go down as your water level goes down. Once you reach, if it's all the way down to here, you're at your pump and you need to add water. I try to add water before it gets to that point. So as you can see, I left the net pots out of this one section, and I'm going to show you that it's, if you don't put them in as you go, it's not a problem. They just snap right in. And there you have it. It's all put together. Oh, the only thing I didn't do is add the timer. So the timer is a little new. If you have a Tower Garden Flex, you'll see that this is a little bit different than that, the one that came with that. And all you do is you plug in your pump to the timer, you plug this into the wall, and you choose indoor or outdoor. It gives instructions right on the back how to do it. And I hope that this was helpful. And if you have any questions, you can always ask. And please contact the person that asked you to come to this Tower Garden tour, and they'll be able to help you if you want to get one yourself. Thank you, and have a great day.